Speaking of infrastructure, we know that that was a big hard hit, factor for so many communities, and there were a lot of people that were in fact having to live off of bottled water for months and months. And WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre did check in with a nonprofit that is bringing wells essentially to folks that need them, and also a good dose of hope.
This home behind me was hit by 2 landslides and their well was completely destroyed. And for Katie Zaremba and her family, that meant they had no access to drinkable water for about 7 months.
I kind of anticipated we would lose power, but wasn't prepared for what actually happened. We had a tree went through the back of the house that kind of came in through the kitchen. The shed in our backyard was up on our back deck. Pretty much all the mud and just debris was up against the back of the house. The deck probably helped save our house.
Katie Zaremba remembers when Hurricane Helene came in like a wrecking ball. She says the landslides did most of the damage.
It took the wellhead completely off, so water and debris and mud just flooded into the well.
In the wake of Helene, water was everywhere, but not a drop safe to drink. For months, Zaremba's family lived off bottled water.
It was really stressful, of course, not having clean water in the house, and everything we were depending on was bottled water. So we were buying it for a while. Then we found some volunteer groups that we were able to get it from, and we were getting it from the distribution center for a while.
Across western North Carolina, thousands faced the same fate. That is when the Water Well Trust poured in to help.
There were at least 10,000 private wells impacted by Helene. So that is 10,000 households who lost their water during the flooding and the landslides.
The nonprofit funding repairs and new wells for more than a dozen families, even stepping in for fire departments and churches that served as emergency hubs after the storm.
Where they were giving out food and supplies and everything else, but they didn't have water. So this now ensured that people could come and fill up their tanks and et cetera and have access.
The support, one less worry for Zaremba and her family during an already overwhelming recovery.
It was a huge blessing given the amount of just costs that we have been facing since the storm.
When you are able to give people back a water resource, or for the first time even, give them a reliable water resource, it is absolutely life-changing for them.
The need for support is still overflowing. The trust says they continue to work with families to restore wells damaged by the storm. Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.